secrets in conference play. They know you, you know them, and there's always a little trickle of bad blood here and there, particularly when both teams are ranked as these two are in this one. Welcome to the Big House, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on the 14th ranked team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Wolverines will kick it away to start. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Smith takes the handoff. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice game. And the Nittany Lions took those plain headgears, got their blocks, and picked up the first down.
Yeah, and those headgears are a staple, aren't they, of college football? I know exactly what you're talking about, those beautiful helmets. They don't change very much, very traditional. Penn State keeps it simple. Being traditional, running the football.
Right back to the well. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. He'll do it himself. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time. Offensively, the defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Guys, let's think big picture for a minute and talk about Penn State. At this point in the season, you're probably in if the playoff starts today, but it doesn't. Long way to go, and the margins will be extra thin from here on out.
No, because if the season ended today, you're basically right on the cusp outside of the top 5, so you need...
There he goes! Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Leaves it with the back. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
The Nittany Lions had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave them a little bit of everything on that one.
And because of this guy's athleticism, you've got to find so many creative ways to let him carry the football. You'll see it on zone reads. You'll see it on draws, designed runs. How about the old-fashioned bootleg? Let him use his speed out on the perimeter to the right, and he sets off a huge game.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. And he's loose
about the wheels for the QB? You could tell, man, he can roll, and they are going to use him. This is just the first drive. You see him going for the touchdown. I imagine we'll see more of that guy running the football with that kind of speed.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The give to the back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
He'll push his way out to the 30, a pickup of 3.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. They'll send the back in motion. Shotgun snap. Wants to throw it on 3rd. Caught over the middle. It's Stewart. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Breaks into the open. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the 1st down. See that maze in blue, and you expect tough-minded, hard-nosed running attacks.
I expect big, physical, huge linemen that don't like people, that are going to move them out of the way and do just this, what we did right here. Move the sticks, get 1st downs on the ground. That's who Michigan is.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Under fire. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the 1st option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
To the air on 2nd down. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
The offense changing the play. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got his man on the right. He'll work his way down to the 28.
Yeah, and obviously great play by the offense to keep the drive alive, and also a good find by the quarterback on 3rd down.
And the Wolverines will have it 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Snagged out of the air. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6. looking to fire. Here's the pressure. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Ball's at the 24, a lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking left. It's complete. And tight coverage right there, but he makes the grab, and they've got it on the 11 and a red zone chance. The Wolverines have pushed it inside the 20. Quick completion to the right. And he'll be ridden out of bounds, but not before a good pickup on that one. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Draw play, quarterback keeps it. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverines!
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
And he made the extra point without problem. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Here comes the heat. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on 3rd down. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
Really nice job on 3rd down by this offense. This offense has struggled on 3rd downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it 3rd and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So
he holds it in, and nobody's close. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one. The Nittany Lions are moving quickly down the field. Wide receiver going in motion. They're going to run it. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. to pass. With the catch, it's Smith. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Reads it, fires complete. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Wide out trying to get it in. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On first and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
And they'll send 5 wide receivers out, maybe creating some room for the quarterback to run. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Penn State!
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
Here's the return from inside his 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. They're testing the right side here. Crosses the 30, he's got away. Turning it on. He finally goes out of bounds, but you better check that laundry on the field. There are penalties you sort of forget about and others that sort of stick with you for a while. You get a play like that wiped out, that one's going to linger. Out of the gun, the inside give. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
You know, good running backs are the ones that can make things happen in small spaces. That running back there found his lane, he found his crease, and there was no hesitation. He got north right away and was able to make a big-time play.
Give to the running back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and they got him down in a hurry. Nice job by the defense. Aggressive attack. Come downhill. Go get the running back. Get him on the ground.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on him. Showing the arm strength to the left. Sprinting away. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Quarterback making checks. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Picked off. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. Quarterback on the keeper. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
One of the reasons this offense likes the option game with the quarterback is to use his speed and try to attack the perimeter of the field. The defense, though, not having any of it. You saw the contain on the play, forcing him back in the middle of the field, and they're able to corral him for a huge loss.
Going to swing it on second down. Fires on the move. Complete to the right. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Down to the 26-yard line and a first down. The give is to Smith. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. Oh, it's a fumble. And the defense jumps on it. They get that turnover.
And he was under so much stress on that play. You saw him scrambling, trying to buy time, doing everything he can to keep the play up. But the defense just kept coming in waves, and he got a little bit downfield before they finally knocked it out and jumped on that fumble.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. They take over late and they have enough time to put together a drive. Quarterback may change this route. To the air on first down. Under fire. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and the first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
The Wolverines with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. They've got the first down, mark it at the 26 in the waning seconds of the half.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down, right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more points as the first half's winding down.
Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated. He missed that connection.
I know the offense came into this game expecting to have some success throwing the football, and right after getting a takeaway right outside of the red zone, they try to do just that. The one-on-one matchups are going to be there in this game. That time, though, the defense did a better job making a play, forcing the incompletion.
2nd and 10, he'll throw again. Bringing the heat. The sure hands, it's Smith. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
That's a great example of him understanding where everybody is on the field, because that wasn't the guy he wanted to throw it to, but he knew he was going to get hit. He had to get rid of it quickly, dumped it off, and he let his guy go make a big play for him.
They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Quarterback strolling away from heat. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown at least for now.
Now, I love when my quarterback uses his brain. I only need a few yards to get the first down. Nice job. Scrambles around, buys time, gets just enough for the first down.
He wants to throw it. Defense was swarming around this quarterback, and he never had a chance to get it off. And down he goes, and we will head to halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Just about set to get this second half underway. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you that number 1.
Oh, he's got some space. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of gains all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO game.
Power football with the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You just need more from your offensive line. Second and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up third down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
Muscling ahead on third and short. Across the 45. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Love the play call on the RPO, and you're just really trusting this running back to be able to make a guy miss and then get into the second level. The offensive line did their job, gave him a crease, but that was the running back making that linebacker miss in the hole before getting north.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38, and it'll be first down.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David, and they're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
They'll run it from the gun. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. And the Wolverines want to pick up the tempo.
Yeah, I like the quarterback making the decision quickly. I'm going to give it. I'm not going to throw the football off the RPO and just let my back get some positive yards. You're getting 5+ yards. That is a great job by the offense. Continue to stick with that.
Back to pass on second down. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Quarterback making adjustments. They'll try to get it through the air. Throws to the wideout. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on third down.
And it's third down and short, and I'm kind of surprised. Listen, I love aggressive offenses, but this is an offense that's been running the football really, really well. Surprised they just didn't get physical and try to get that third down with a run.
On fourth down, they could boot the field goal, but looks as if they'll go for it. They're throwing for it on fourth down. Unloads to the wideout. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the tight end. Gets it up to the 35-yard line before going out of bounds.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. You see his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. He tries to take the top off. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Taking it the other way. Able to stay on his feet and get the ball to the 21-yard line.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
So here comes the Michigan offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
It's first down from the 11. The give to the back. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Gets the back moving. Second down, they'll go to the air. Flips it out to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You know, this linebacker is a special player because not only is he good making tackles in the open field, this guy can cover. And you saw a great example of it with that running back.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Wants to adjust the pattern. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Slips away. And he couldn't find quite enough running room to reach the line to gain.
Well, it's just a really nice job there on that third down, trying to get after this quarterback. And obviously they're not able to make the play in the backfield, but really nice job pursuing. You see the athleticism and the speed they have, how they play as a unit together. Only giving up a little bit of a gain and now setting up fourth down.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Pressure coming. Unloaded just as he throws. It's incomplete, and they stop him on fourth down.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to give him the football. They're going to use their identity of physicality and run game down here in the red zone.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Gives it on the option. There he goes. he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Complete in the middle.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
We've reached a break, and Penn State is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They go back to work in the final period of this one. He'll pull it on the read. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
I just love the individual one-on-one effort by the defense there. Offense trying to go option, QB keeps it, but just too many defenders winning their one-on-one battles, defeating blocks, and getting the tackle for loss.
Here he goes breaking the pocket. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, I love the effort by the quarterback here. He extends the play. Nothing open right away. There's a little bit of pressure. He gets to the outside, tries to take a shot down the field, just not on the same page with his intended target.
On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Here's a heat. Going to try to get it himself. And he tried to make something happen with his feet, but they stopped him short, and it'll bring up a fourth down.
And sometimes these QBs, man, you just want them to hang in the pocket maybe just a little bit longer. It's third down. I got a little bit I got to get in. I think he pulls the football down, tries to make a play with his feet, but the defense does their job and forces the fourth down.
The Nittany Lions looking to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He wants to take the top off. And he's got it inside the 20.
You know, you always talk about risk-reward. Gambling and going for it with the lead on fourth down right there and getting it, the reward could be winning the game. That was an unbelievable play. And how about this coaching staff putting their faith in their players to come up with the execution and make it happen?
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
And this guy really has been a workhorse today. He's made plays when his offense has needed them the most. He's a guy who's reliable. They know they can turn around, give him the football, and he'll go make things work out. And they're going to need him to finish this game. He has to continue playing well after that big run.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
And there's nothing more demoralizing for a defense than when you're losing, you know they're going to run the football. They're trying to run the clock, and you can't stop them. You've got to be more aggressive. Be more.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. With that last score, things comfortable here in the fourth as they are headed to a 7-1 record.
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Plucks it out of the air.
And in this situation late when you need 2 touchdowns to win the game, everything's going to have to be downfield. So I like the idea in this 2-minute drive, throwing it that way. Let's keep it going, keep our pedal to the metal here.
Holds and fires complete to the left. Breaks into the open. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
Looking downfield on first down. Oh, they're after him. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Great job in coverage by the defense. He just had nowhere to go with the ball.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Here's the pressure. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack.
And that is a great job by the defense, containing and constricting the pocket. There was nowhere for the QB to go, and he did not have a lot of time. He went down quick.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Got his man on the outside. He is denied. Cannot get to the first down marker, and it's 4th down coming. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half.
Other schools from around the country. Slippery Rock, 35. Gannon University, 17.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Under fire. Gonna take a shot. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Turning it on!
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. Now on 2nd down, and we'll probably see another run, and that might do it if they can get a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge 3rd down here in the big house. Rides to back and leaves it. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets them a first at the 29. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs. DB's right up on the receivers. Past the sticks, and he may get more. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. And the Nittany Lions are in the red zone. He'll keep it himself. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense up.
And it's caught! Touchdown, Penn State! They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
From inside the 10, here he comes. No more room to run. They make the tackle right there, and the clock is at 0, and that's how this one will end. Coming into this one, we wondered whether